Welcome to Use Your Words podcast, where we believe in intelligently spoken conversations. So and I will admit, like I said, I can talk, or not, yeah, or not.
Intelligence.
I still want to put the Aaron sneeze in at the end there, which just seems to always come up and be, I don't know, a surprise for Aaron every time it comes up.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know
entertaining.
why I don't expect it, but it happens.
Well, today is a happy day. Today is the 5th. Well, okay.
Back up to intelligent conversations.
Exactly. Back up a second. So when this gets released, it will be the 6th of July. So, good old Wednesday right after the 4th. I will still be on vacation, and I will be prepping to leave up to Life Fest for a nice little
Lucky.
weekend. And I will have already taken care of 4th of July celebrations and all that fun stuff. So it's the week of the 4th. I'm just declaring it the week of the 4th, the week of freedom, the week of celebration.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because it's getting taken away afterwards.
As I look around and see Aaron with his gun field stripped and his 2 mags of hollow points. Because he's really anticipating. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I was anticipating too. But anyways, I figured this would be a little more relaxed episode. And that's after Aaron had already poured himself some Jameson orange.
With
his
some Pepsi.
Pepsi Zero.
Yeah. Because I guess the orange probably cancels out the sugar part.
There's no sugar in Pepsi Zero.
No, yeah, but I'm saying in the Jameson orange, I bet there's sugar in here some.
Oh,
there's got to be sugar in here. So that cancels out having a whole Pepsi Zero because that doesn't matter anymore.
I'm sure they'd tell you if there's sugar in there, but
it doesn't say much.
Here, let me see. While you continue on here.
What am I continuing on? What am I continuing?
What are you continuing, Aaron? Is
the 4th of July?
Yeah. What are your wonderful plans for the 4th? Do you have any plans for a 4th?
I do.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah, I do have plans for the 4th specifically. And it will be recording.
It'll be recording.
Yes.
So on the 4th of July, when everyone else is going to be celebrating freedom and independence, you are going to be recording.
Yep.
Now, what are you going to be recording? I know, but what are you going to be recording?
So I am recording a song with a few people. And the song is for like the ceremony for a friend's wedding in 2 weeks from today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 2 weeks from today.
Yeah.
So pretty much it's the song that we're recording is for the wedding party to walk down to, and then also for the bride to walk down to.
Okay.
And the wedding party is rather big.
How many people? I think
there's 9 per side.
That is actually the largest wedding party I've heard of.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. So it's rather big. So to have that many, the song itself is like 4 minutes, just a little over. And then to have 9, the bride wants to come walking down at a certain part of the song. So it's like, well, we have to time everybody else to walk down, for her to be able to have that spot.
Right.
So there's that. And then so I guess I don't know if that was one of the reasons why they wanted to record it or what, or if they just, I don't know, wanted to record it to have my buddy singing on it. Well, who is the one getting married?
Yeah, that would make it hard for him to sing on it if if he's supposed to be, standing there.
Yeah.
I have seen it done before.
True. Yeah, stuff like that can happen.
That would still be a lot harder because especially if emotions hit him as he's seeing his bride for the first
you
time
best believe.
in dress, and she's coming down. It's I love you.
I just can't get the words out. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And especially being, at weddings of a couple of my buddies, when I was in
Mhm.
college and that, so around this guy's age. And, this was a guy, me and him were good friends, and he was very much the stoic, non-emotional type guy. But the first time he saw his wife in her wedding dress,
It was just
he lost it. He broke,
yeah.
and I was like,
Oh.
I had nothing but like, oh, that's awesome that he's, got emotional over that.
Oh yeah.
Didn't think any ill will of it or anything. Some
No.
people would be like, "Oh, look at that! That
What a baby.
yeah,"
Aw.
or other words they would choose.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good for him, and that's probably good for their relationship that he's that kind of like
Mhm.
into that." But yeah, that's why I was like, "Yeah, he probably shouldn't try to sing it." If
No. Oh yeah, not like yeah. And so we're gonna be trying to add some time to the song to make it a little longer so it's not so, we don't have to be so quick about getting everybody down the aisle sort of thing. So that's what I'll be doing on Monday is recording. I'm hoping because it's a simple song, but yet again, like last night when I was with my buddy and we were working on recording it and getting some like basic structure stuff down.
Mhm.
I mean, we probably spent 3 hours just on that. So it's like when it comes time to actually recording, it's like, oh yeah, it should be this simple, but that's not normally how it goes.
Yeah, and the thing is, like you're saying, the timing.
Hmm.
No one can be slacking on their timing. It has to be
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to be on the dot, kind of thing. And so
because
thankfully, the bride will be hopefully joining us while we are recording it,
Mhm.
because obviously we want to make sure she even likes what we have going on for it. So
Oh, that would be great. She gets there near the end of the recording session and she hears and goes, "No, scrap it."
yeah, I don't want any of that. Be like, what?
Th
Because
that's when you look to your buddy, "Did you clear this with the missus first?"
yeah, well, so my buddy that is getting married, like I've talked to him. I say honestly, dude, he's like, I'm personally, I don't care. It's all what she wants, kind of thing. Because like, I just want to get the day over with, kind of thing. He's like, he wants to get out there, stand, get married, and be good. Like he doesn't.
Okay.
He's not in one that has to be like with all the fine small details. Like
Yeah.
he's like, that's her. That's what she wants. Do what she wants. He's like, I'm just there to get married, and yeah, I was like, yeah, cool, get it.
He's already learned. Got it.
Yeah. So
Got it.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing that for a majority, if not all day on the 4th. And then potentially if there's room and if I have time, if I'm ready in time, I know some of my family, they'll be going out on Lake Michigan on a boat for the fireworks that night. So I was like, oh well, if I can make that, I'll make
You
that.
should just convince Josh to take you out on a boat.
His boat ain't going on the Lake Michigan. No.
I'm kidding because I know I've seen the boat.
Yeah.
And I was more laughing
No.
because and maybe you know this or not, have they measured to make sure it will fit?
Oh, and the new dude, they still I don't think they have.
Okay, sorry, that was a side tangent because
Yeah.
we were over at, Josh's place last
Yeah.
weekend,
Yeah.
last Sunday after doing Greek Fest, and me and Aaron were out in the living room watching Letterkenny season 1, which,
So good.
I have finished all 10 seasons. I have started Shoresy now.
Oh.
It's the same actor. It's the same,
Yeah, it's the same dude. So
but he's playing a completely different type of character.
yeah. It's awesome.
So it's like, okay. Okay. So that's what you'll be doing the 4th. So no parade for you, just
I thought about going to a parade, but at the same time I'm like cuz I know future married boy is going to a parade. So that's when I was like, oh, maybe I'll go to one too. But then I was like, while he's at the parade, I could be up getting the recording stuff set up. So by the time he would be able to come over and join in on the recording, which he's just doing, as far as I know, vocals for. Hopefully we can have a majority of the other stuff recorded so we can just be in and out kind of thing. But
Are you recording in someone's house or at a studio? Okay, I said someone's house and a studio, and you both shake your heads both times no. So
yeah.
where are you recording at?
Church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I at least it was cleared that there shouldn't be anything going on there and there should be no issue with me recording there. So I was like, sick.
Yeah.
So if it works, then that's the plan.
Just have to deal with all the acoustics of the building.
Well, and that's the one reason we want to do it there though. Because I know at one point it was mentioned that we do record all together kind of thing, but I was like, but there's gonna be so much bleed.
Oh, yeah.
So and so my buddy's like, hey, yeah, I mean, if you want to do individual recording, we can. Cool. So that's gonna be the plan. But I mean, yeah, because it would be you could get some really probably cool room mics in there and stuff like that with all the reverb in there and
Mhm.
potentially use that for some nice spacey sounds.
You're definitely gonna get a lot of that.
Yeah. And it's I mean, yeah, it's gonna be piano, like toms for drums, not like a full on drum kit kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then um vocals. That's probably the only thing we have to really record there
Okay.
in the
And this is a song that the groom wrote.
No, see,
Or
this is
no,
the thing.
this
No,
is
it's not even written. It's just a song that
they like?
they like, or at least the bride likes, and she wanted to have as the ceremony song for the walk down, whatever. I don't know what you call it.
The procession.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Interesting.
So
It's just
yeah.
interesting to me to see how different people do it. So I was in a buddy's wedding,
Mhm.
and he he was the guy that wanted every little detail right. She was like, "Let's just get married."
See, yeah, that's strange. That's different.
She wanted some details, and she wanted
Yeah.
certain things there,
But
but
he was like, "Nah," he's like, "The small detail kinda
like
stuff."
it was down to the fact of like he was like, every guy has to wear this shirt with this tie with
Oh, yeah.
just it wasn't even we weren't even wearing suits. It was just like dress shirt
Oh, okay.
and khakis and that, which for college students is a lot cheaper than a suit,
Much
right?
yeah,
Okay.
right.
But he was also the guy who's like, okay, what's gonna happen is as you go down on the procession, he's like, there will be timing in the audio file that plays. That's when you know to start, and you have to be up to the front by the time it ends. And essentially what it was as you were going down, the aisle, because I was one of the groomsmen,
Yeah.
was as you walked, he recorded like memories of his friendship with you
Oh,
as you walked,
really?
and then she
Oh,
did the same thing for her
yeah.
bridesmaids.
That's kinda neat.
It's kind of neat, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it was like
Very
it was very timed. It had
Yeah.
everything. It
very precise.
the music you have a little more flow because the only thing is you need to make sure that at a certain point, that's when the bride is going down the
Yeah,
aisle.
right. You gotta get I think we have to have everyone down by about 3 minutes.
Okay.
So
Ooh. 9 couples in 3 minutes? You guys are gonna be walking double time.
yeah. Well, it's either double time or we don't walk the whole length one couple at a time. You like go maybe half of the way and then the next one starts and then
Is there like an
split it up.
instrumental break in this song where you could double up the
Well,
instrumental?
there was before because she wants to come in. I don't know if it's at the beginning of the third verse or halfway through the third verse. One of those two.
Yeah.
But we did after like the second chorus going into the third verse, we figured, oh, why don't we add like the instrumental or not the intro progression, so that'll add another 15-20 seconds onto
You're gonna
it.
need whatever
So
you can get to get as much more extra time as you can get.
yeah. So yeah, it's either gonna we're gonna have to have everybody walking, not doing the whole walk on their own, but go a certain distance and then, have the next couple start at a certain point. Otherwise, yeah, it's like it takes 20 to 30 seconds for one couple to walk down the whole way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's be conservative at 30 seconds.
Yeah.
At 9 couples.
Yeah, that's already the 4 minutes.
Yeah. Now let's say you're talking about like halfway through, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
3.5.
So yeah, it's almost
That's almost 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You're cutting it close.
Yes, we are.
This could either be marvelous or a train wreck. I'm hoping for the bride's sake it's more marvelous and less train wrecky.
Well, that's why we have the rehearsal the night before.
You're gonna have to
We'll
tell
just
me
have to practice.
You're gonna have to tell me how many times you have to practice that walk.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Because that walk might turn into many times.
Yeah, it very well could, especially with
the first half is you all jogging.
Yeah. I mean, if we need to. Shoot.
In that case, please tell the person recording or videographer to take video or photos of you jogging in your suit.
Well, I would be one of the last ones, so hopefully I can just walk.
Or if you're the one of the last ones, you're like, oh, we got 10 seconds before the bride's supposed to go. Full on sprint down the aisle.
Gosh, yeah. That would be really, I'm sure it'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
You'll be fine. It'll be okay. Just add a few more chord segments or something.
Yeah. Draw it out somehow.
Chord segments? Really, Paul?
Yeah.
Add more instrumental segments.
Yeah.
And more chords.
And chords. We could. I really wanted to play with it, and like after the end of it, just have like a guitar, just holding out, and then have fade in like a distorted guitar coming in, and then have a drums do like a rhythm, and then lead into a nasty metal breakdown.
I don't think the bride would appreciate that.
I know. I just wanted
unless she's a certain type of bride. Certain types of bride would love it.
So that would have to be mine if it ever
yeah,
happens.
that would have to be yours.
Yeah, we're gonna have metal instrumental music.
And watch, you're gonna end up falling in love with the classical only lady.
Oh no.
Why was that why was that drawn out? Oh no.
Because I was thinking, classical is really cool, but only
classical.
So it's like I can only listen to classical music when I'm with her. Is that what's gonna happen?
Yep. No, I was thinking find a way to have someone take classical music
and make it metal
with classical instruments. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
No.
It's just an orchestra, but they're playing metal.
Well, yeah, we can metalify. I can't even say that.
We'll metalize
it. We'll metalize it.
Yeah. It's classical still, but it's metal style.
But it's just heavy classical. Dude, if you listen to classical music, there's like some really, great parts in it where you can add some distortion. It would be a great metal song.
But again, you have to stick with only the instruments that are found in the classical orchestra.
Yeah, we can.
So no distortion.
After the recording, just throw it in there.
All right. So your 4th of July is going to be spent recording, maybe going to a parade, and maybe going on a boat to see the fireworks.
That's my 4th of July.
Anything after that that's going on the rest of the summer?
Oh gosh, summer, yeah, plenty. My goodness. There's the family reunion, which I accidentally double booked myself.
How'd you double book yourself?
So I thought, for whatever reason, the family reunion was the second to last week of July.
Yeah.
And then the last week of July, I was going to go to Disney for a weekend. And then, so when the lady at work came out, and she's like, Aaron, did you give me the wrong dates, or did you accidentally double book yourself? I was like, what? So, I mean, it works out because like the family reunion will like pretty much the last day anyone does anything together is on a Thursday, which Thursday is when I'm supposed to leave for Disney in the evening. And Thursday, it's just hanging out at, I think, at one of the relatives' house and just kind of playing card games or something.
Right.
So I was happy about it because then it's like I'm not actually taking an extra day off anymore. I'm just using a day that I already had requested off. So that works. But yeah, so yeah, family reunion, Disney.
I
And
love the fact that it was someone from work who realized that you double booked yourself and you didn't realize it.
No, of course not.
You have this smart little thing called a phone that has a calendar on it.
I thought I put that in there. I might not have. Yeah, that's just what I do. But and then after that, I have a wedding to go to in North Carolina.
Okay.
That's the last week of August into September. There's a weekend where I don't know. We'll see if I'm probably gonna do it. A weekend in August where I'm gonna be going to lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a nice time to just kind of potentially relax and just get away from everybody, all the craziness.
Yeah, we'll talk
Back
about the
home.
lacrosse one later.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, there's some updates on that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Off mic.
So there's that. And then apparently there's a potential gig on one weekend in August.
Is this with their country band?
Yeah. Which, hey, I said no last night.
Wow.
I said no last night.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You actually learned the word.
I did. I said it. And I meant it and I stood by it.
And yet you still have a potential gig.
Well, no, yeah. It didn't have to do with that gig.
Okay.
No, so like last night, there was First Fridays, which was cool. But
so
Friday. Oh yeah. So for First Fridays, it's just like a big party for the city downtown or downtown part of town. I don't know, Racine. I don't know, downtown Racine.
Yeah, downtown Racine. The downtown part of the town.
The downtown part of town in Racine.
Also called the downtown.
So it's by the lake. It's really nice, whatever. And there's this area where they title it I don't know. They title it Smoke on the Water.
Okay.
Okay, whatever. Which it's just bands out there jamming and stuff like that. And people, it's an open jam kind of thing. So people will show up and put their name on a list to play and all that kind of stuff. And so two of the guys that are in the part of this country band thing went to go do it.
Okay.
And originally I was not going to go with because I thought I was going to be working on music stuff for the wedding. And so my buddy that I was going to be doing music stuff with, he had some studying he wanted to do for work. So I was like, oh, well then I'll just go down to like First Fridays and stuff and hang out for a while until you're done studying. And then I'll just go to your house because it's on the same part of town.
Right.
So yeah. So then I ended up hanging out with my two buddies that are in the country band thing. And so when we got down to the Smoke on the Water thing, they're like, oh, well, why don't you play now? And I was like, no. I was like, this is just your acoustic guitar, and the other guy is playing some leady stuff on the electric. I was like, you'll be good. And they're like, no, but it would be so much better with you. I was like, no. And so they just kept one more than the other, kept trying to talk me into playing with them. And I was just like, no, I'm not. Nope. I wasn't planning on doing that in the first place. I'm not going to do it now. So you guys just did a little practice by yourselves, and you're going to keep it that way.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I finally just said it, and I was like, no.
I am impressed.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
You actually said no for once.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't manipulate you either into saying yes.
I mean,
you didn't give in?
They tried.
And you weren't a pushover.
No, not that time.
Good job.
Yeah.
Some actual growth happening here. Wow.
It can happen.
I was not expecting to hear the growth of Aaron on this episode of Use Your Words.
There you go, dude. Always surprising you with something.
All right. So potential gig later on, double book Disney family reunion,
wedding in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have that.
And then
what's that group called again? The
Holy Ghost Notes.
Holy Ghost Notes.
Yeah, and that's how I found out.
Yeah, no. What's their group chat called?
Oh my gosh. Well, there's the couple group chats.
Yeah, but you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. So there's one that's weekly shenanigans where every Wednesday night they get on Facebook and we do like a voice call, video chat, whatever.
Okay.
Call, but then the normal group chat for the group is oh my gosh.
The fact that you are so
it's just so I don't know who made it, but they made it and ran with the Honly fans.
They just put an H in front of Only fans.
Yeah, so it's because it's the Holy Ghost Note fan page.
Yeah,
chat.
that's. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that that chat title for the first time, and I was like, "What
are you into?"
I know. I was like, "Aaron, do we have to have a conversation?
No.
Are you paying some girl to strip for you? What's going on?"
No, there's just unique people out there, you know.
Obviously.
Say the least.
Obviously.
So, but yeah, no, I'm excited for that wedding. That'll be a fun. I guess this will be my first. Well, I guess it's not really a destination wedding for them, but it is for me because I've never driven that far to a wedding before.
Yeah, but it's not a destination wedding.
No,
like
because they're gonna be living in North Carolina, so it's like, no, it's.
I'd say
home.
The furthest I've driven for a wedding
mm-hmm.
was my buddy Mark, right out of college, and I was still in Michigan at the time, but the wedding was in Minnesota. So
Minnesota,
yeah.
What's in Minnesota besides the Mall of America or whatever?
This was a small hodunk town.
Oh yeah,
in Minnesota. So I had to drive from Michigan. I stayed the night in Racine, and then I drove the rest of the way up to Minnesota, and I got so lost trying to get there. And oof.
This is before
driving through Minnesota was
not fun.
No, and I've driven through Minnesota multiple times, and every time I drive through Minnesota, things seem to happen to me. So I'm like, I don't like going through Minnesota. I told you about the time I was driving back to college when I went to college in Iowa, where it was winter. It was after the Christmas break, so early January.
Oh,
did I tell you about the car that flipped over in front of me?
No.
Okay, so I-94 in Minnesota. Roads were okay, but there's still a lot of snow on the ground going everywhere, right? And it was me and two other people, and I had my old Ford Taurus station wagon at this time. It was like a 93 station wagon.
Nice.
And this would have been January 2002. Because it would have been January of my freshman year of college. Why are you laughing?
I was so young.
I know. Shut up. Shut up. I know. Again, we've established 12 years older. I know. So we've established that. But yes. So anyways, so I'm driving. I got two other people with me because they both live in Wisconsin, and it was on the way back to Iowa. And you're like, wait, why are you going through Minnesota if you're going to Iowa? My college was in the very northwest corner of Iowa.
Oh.
So the fastest route was actually to go through Minnesota.
Yeah.
So we're driving. And this was before cell phones were ubiquitous and everywhere. Like the cell phone I had. Have you ever seen Saved by the Bell? Zach Morris's old cell phone. It's like a big old brick with a large antenna.
Yeah.
That was the cell phone that I had.
Oh my gosh.
The battery couldn't hold a charge. So you'd had to stay plugged in order to be used. Like, that's all I had as a cell phone. Like,
Wow.
it was a brick that could make a call. That was it. No GPS, no nothing,
none of that
nothing
cool
like that,
stuff.
you know. And we're going down 94, and I just happen to see on the other side, there's a car that's kind of fishtailing a little bit. So where we're at in 94 in Minnesota, it's a divided highway.
Okay.
So, eastbound is on one side, and then there's a ditch, and then you have westbound. That's what we're
Yep.
going, and we're going westbound. They're going eastbound, and I see them fishtailing a little bit, and then they go into at full speed into the ditch, and then up from the ditch. And as they come up, their car flips, and they land literally on their roof and start sliding on the interstate while I'm driving towards them. And so I had, I immediately was on the brake, swerving to the side to avoid it all. And, I call 911.
Yeah.
I pull over to the side road. I call 911. A car just flipped over in the middle of the interstate.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling 911. What's your emergency? A car just flipped over in the middle of the interstate. Is anyone injured? I don't know. The car is flipped over in the middle of the interstate on its roof. Please call back if anyone is injured.
You're joking.
I called right back. Hey, 911, someone's injured. There's a car flipped over in the middle of the road. I was just, are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
And
that's so bad.
That happened. And then what resulting is, because we called it in, we each, all three of us in the car, got taken into the squad car one by one to be interviewed over what we saw happen. Yeah.
Car lost control.
Went
in the median.
Thankfully,
came back out,
thankfully, no one died.
That's good.
What
was the worst injury?
I don't know what the worst injury was. They took someone away in an ambulance.
Okay.
But, the other person seemed pretty unscathed.
Wow.
Which was good. That means they're probably wearing their seatbelts properly and everything. But, I mean, it's just this car that just flipped up right in the...
I couldn't imagine. Like, obviously, you see that in videos and
you see that in
stuff.
Movies and that. You don't think that's going to happen to you right in front of you.
Yeah, I could not imagine seeing that.
I was just like, what the heck is going on? It's like, oh, geez. So yeah, I've had my fair share of, crazy incidents. Nothing as, problematic as yours, where you end up going over a vehicle and then breaking like pieces of
breaking
yourself.
My arms, just like
breaking pieces of yourself and, tearing your pants and all that.
Oh gosh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that was uncomfortable.
I still laugh though after that when I brought barbacoa over for the first time. I was like, oh, I'll bring barbacoa to him for the first time, and your dad's like force feeding you a taco of it.
I can't say no at this point.
Yeah, your arms are like over here, like just mount on each side. You look like a statue because you can't move your arms, and your dad's like, here's a taco.
Here's a taco. Here's barbacoa, whether you want it or not.
Yep. Oh. Unlike Amy, you did not have a choice.
Yeah, I did not have a choice. And I'm glad I didn't, because that was amazing.
Amy, though, we kind of screwed up with that because we were like, oh, we're telling her what it is.
Cheek meat.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I don't want to eat this.
Immediately stopped, grabbed a cup of fruit.
Oh, that was entertaining.
That was so funny.
But yeah, so I going through Minnesota. That's just like going through Minnesota. I've never had a good time. That was the only time I've gotten a speeding ticket too, was Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've definitely gone through Minnesota several times, not on my own, but like obviously going to the Dakotas, went through Minnesota.
Yeah.
The only time I've gone through Minnesota on my own was on a motorcycle trip, and I just rode like along the Mississippi River, and that was really neat. But it was also kind of creepy because there was like moments where it was kind of foggy in the morning, and then like the dew from the ground was like getting into the trees, and then you saw what looked like spider webs just covering the whole tree. I was like, it's like, this is the death of me. But
you and spiders are always entertaining.
But that was just the caterpillar stuff, I'd imagine.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna gonna stick with that just to make myself feel better.
You do that.
But man, that's nuts.
So yeah, I try to avoid
Minnesota.
Just, I'm glad I went to my buddy's wedding and I'm glad he got married and all that, but that wedding was a little
Different.
the prep for it was a little weird. And then he's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Come on over, we got lodging for everyone." We're like, "Cool," thinking we're gonna have good lodging. No, there's a bunch of guys sleeping in the basement on the floor.
Nice.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I
Lodging.
appreciate that it's free, but ow."
I'll just go sleep in my car. Oh man.
That wasn't that good of an option at that point in time because winter.
Yeah, cold. Yeah.
Could-
Just a lot of blankets.
Just couldn't do that. So, especially Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So, anything else going on this summer? Now that I kind of derailed that with
Oh
why I
no,
hate
yeah.
driving through Minnesota.
I mean, it's pretty much it's just every weekend is taken, which all right. Unless I don't end up going to lacrosse, but I'm gonna want to go somewhere. I don't know. It'll be nice to take just a personal vacay for a weekend.
Yeah.
So
You need to do that once in a while.
yeah.
Just get out and do things.
Yeah. So other than that, I mean, yeah, it's just generally most of the weekdays are for the most part normally has stuff going on. So it's summer got busy real quick.
It'll do
And
that to you.
I'm looking forward to a summer where it's not busy.
Good luck.
I know. Because, well, it's like I have kayaks, but it's like I can't find a weekend or time to go kayaking.
You'll just have to go like one afternoon after work.
But then I'll be tired. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
my
that'd be good. I'll fall asleep while kayaking and then wake up in the middle of the night and be like, what?
Racine man found in Illinois after kayaking.
Oh, gosh. Well, that would be so bad. Oh, I would be so scared. Oh, I would be scared.
After getting out of his kayak, he was immediately arrested for having a weapon on him.
That's seeing that probably exactly. I probably would have one on me too. So I was like, so no, yeah, I don't know. It'll be a good summer. I'm looking forward to it. And there's a couple concerts here and there. That'll be fun.
Such as?
Gonna go see the good old boys of ABR in Milwaukee on the 20th of August.
Oh, they're actually coming to Milwaukee.
They're coming to Milwaukee.
What slum deal did they have to make to come to Milwaukee?
I don't know. But I'm excited because I want to see them. But yeah, that's pretty much the summer, which I feel like it's already gonna be.
Okay, you said a
gone
couple
before I know it.
tickets. What other?
Oh,
or a couple concerts. What other concerts?
I believe it's still happening, but there's I think it's the Devil Wears Prada is playing. I don't remember where they're playing. All I know is it's on August 4th. So there's that. There was another concert, but it looks like that's now getting canceled for whatever reason. But then there's more concerts. Well, yeah, those are out in October. So that's after summertime. But yeah. Plenty of stuff going on. For sure. Which I'm excited for. But
there you go. All right.
And obviously doing podcasts when I can.
Well, that's why when you were like, hey, we don't have youth group on Wednesdays, can we do recordings to kind of buffer things out? I was like,
yeah.
Might
as well, especially if you're still coming down to hang out in the evening.
Yeah, might as well do that.
But yeah, I don't know. So for you, because obviously you've mentioned that you have Life Fest coming up and stuff like that.
Oh, Life Fest is this weekend, so weekend right after the 4th here.
Mm-hmm.
And, kind of got a little jumbled because one of the larger families, they had to back out due to a memorial service, which I get it for fully fine. But what seems to happen, so what's going to happen is it's going to be me. It's going to be,
isn't there like a new person?
So it's going to be Miss Boldus coming, Davina.
Oh, you said Miss. I was like, oh, she's a Mrs.
Mrs. No, because Miss is married. Mrs.
No,
is not.
no,
MISSES
is not married.
is not married.
Emma,
MRS
yeah,
is
that's
married.
Mrs.
I always said a miss.
Oh,
But
really? And who
regardless,
cares?
she's
Davina's going.
she's coming up as well, right?
Yes.
And she's like, "Are you still going to go?" I was like, "It's my vacation. Yes,
Yes,
going.
I'm going.
I have on stage
And
seating,
yes, you had the on stages pass stuff, and
I bought the party package,
yeah,
so I don't have to worry about cooking.
Oh,
So that's 2 meals a day, 2 drinks a day, special porta potties, all that fun stuff.
living the fancy life.
Heck yeah! If I'm going on vacation, I'm going to go all out. Okay. Say that again, please.
No, I don't want to.
No, do it.
With the yas.
Oh! Exactly why I wanted you to do that.
Oh, that scared me a little bit.
Anyway, so I'm going to do that. Head out there to camp up there. But so what I found out is Bryce, he's up in Green Bay area, right? His church, because we're going to have all this extra space, he was like, hey, would it be cool if I offered up to my young adult group, like if anyone wants to come and camp with you guys and everything?
That's dope.
I was like, you know what? We got the space. Sure.
Mine as well.
For one person's coming, and then there's potential few other people coming and camping and that. And then Davina is bringing like one of her people that she knows, her friend is coming as well. So it turned in from just me and Davina camping on this big old this big old group site to we'll actually have some people there now, which will be nice.
Now that makes me remember.
Yes.
I forgot I'm seeing Rage Against the Machine on July 9th.
That's right, because you can't come to Life Fest because of that.
Yeah. I'm not terribly excited about that.
Why aren't you excited about that?
I know like 3 songs by them. And
what songs do you know by Rage Against the Machine?
Well, Killing in the Name of.
Stereotypical.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like Bulls on Parade or something like that.
Yep, that's our stereotypical one.
I don't know. I know there's like one or two more that like I know when I hear it. I don't know the name of it. But I don't,
Renegade of Funk.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Don't know any others, do you?
Oh, by name, no. I just recognize the music.
You just recognize the like when you hear it, you'll be like, oh, you'll be at the concert and be like, wait, that's Rage Against the Machine.
That's their song. Oh, okay. No, because there's this like on this one station we'd listen to on Sirius XM, there'd be segments where like Tom Morello would have his own thing.
Yep.
I just don't like listening to him.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just how he, I don't know, some of like how he tells the story. And I like, it's cool that he has his mom on the show with him. She is very old. I'm pretty sure she's in her mid 90s or something like that, or high 90s. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, there was times like when she'd be on, like she would talk, like you could fairly understand her. But then one of the more recent times when he's been on and she was on, it just sounds like she's kind of muttering something and you don't know what she's saying, but she's saying something. And it's like, oh, like that's really cool you have her on, boss. Like, you can't understand her. So I was like, oh. So not that doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't know. It's just Tom is a very, from what it sounds like on the radio station from time to time, is he's very strongly opinionated.
Well, he's labeled as a political activist. So yeah, he's going to be very
much okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And I don't.
And he is a socialist.
All the more reason, then, I guess.
Yep, he's called socialism a necessity for the world, saying, I think socialism is a necessity to save the planet. Look at how capitalism has responded to the global pandemic. It's a disaster. Look at how capitalism has responded to the impending environmental crisis. It's a disaster. Look at how capitalism has responded to racism and an anti-immigrant sentiment in the 21st century. It's a disaster.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, Tom. Your guitar playing is a disaster.
So if you look at his guitar playing, you'll notice a lot of hammer and sickle stickers as well as red star hats.
What? Oh, okay.
That's all like on he puts those all over his guitar.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. And no, I'm just I guess yeah, there's guitar work that Tom Morello has done where I've enjoyed it. But then like a lot of the times like he'll in his segment on the radio, he'll be like, "Oh, well, I teamed up with this guy and we did a song together and all this other stuff." And it's for the most part, I don't enjoy what I guess I hear. That's just me. But so it's just like I'm just not a fan of Tom Morello. And
Yeah.
then he's a part of the Rage Against the Machine band. And
the entire band, like
yeah.
they're all like kind of doing the same sort of activism and things.
Yeah, so I'm not excited about that. that. So that's because I know I can only imagine it's gonna get political at the show, and I'm like, I just want to come here and listen to music.
Especially after all the stuff going on with the Supreme Court rulings and all that.
I'm sure it's gonna be a great time.
Yep. I don't know if
So
you looked at that video I sent you and Josh earlier in the week about that artist.
not yet.
Yeah, she was basically going off about the whole Supreme Court and Roe v. Wade thing, and she was all. And when she started going on her rant, a bunch of people actually left the concert.
Ooh.
And she was like, "Fine, I'm glad you're all leaving." That sort of stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
mhm.
Wow.
I was like, "You're not getting the merchandise sales from them then, because that's
Yeah.
where you make most of your money."
This merch. Yep. Yeah. So it's just like I'm in that aspect, I am not looking forward to the show, but I'm looking. I don't know. It'll be fun hanging out with a couple friends, and then I guess if their shows are as crazy as people have said they are, it'll be interesting to watch the pit during some of their heavier songs. So that might be fun, but I don't know. And it's at Alpine Valley, which I went to my first show at Alpine Valley with Slipknot, and not a fan of the venue necessarily, but
Oh yeah.
I mean it's cool, but they're just really I didn't realize how strict venues have become with uh what you can bring in and stuff as far as like mainly for girls with like purses and stuff like that. It has to be either extremely small or do you have to have like a complete see-through bag kind of thing. And it's just like, oh wow, interesting. So all right. Anyway,
Yep.
so and now that I've derailed your conversation,
Oh no, that's all right.
Thing.
One last thing
So,
about him: he is a vegetarian as well.
Okay, I gotta sell my ticket. I can. No.
I say if everything else that Tom Morello is, that's probably the least like controversial part of
it
him.
is. Yeah,
Because he does say that his inspirations are the Black Panther Party, Marxist Revolutionary, Che Guevara, and the militant organization Weather Underground.
Okay.
Yeah. He also supports guerrilla movements such as
Yeah.
the Zapatista Army of National Liberation, Shining Path, as well as the Brazilian Landless Workers Movement. And Shining Path, that's a whole other, Communist Party of Peru, essentially. But they're involved in a bunch of atrocities such as bombings and that too. But he supports them. But neither here nor there. Anyways.
Yeah, I have to rethink this now.
I'll be at Life Fest, not having to deal with any of that. I'll be watching Skillet that night.
They're the 9th? I thought they were why did I think they were the 8th?
They're the Saturday headliner.
Skillet or Rage?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I already got flack because I was like, yeah, I got my onstage pass, and it's like, but that you're gonna leave me down alone. I was like,
yes.
I was like, fine, I will come down with you for that. But yeah, so they are the Saturday. Um, they're the headliner of Life Fest.
It just really makes things difficult for me right now.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Definitely going, just be like, okay, cool. And then I took off the Monday afterwards as well because I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave Sunday morning, get down there, and then I just need some time to recuperate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, there's definitely going to be some names that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Rebecca St. James.
What?
She'll be there. Yeah.
What day is she gonna be there?
Rebecca St. James.
Don't you dare say Saturday. All right.
Rebecca St. James is Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's Friday. She's not the main headliner Friday. She's
Well, I
on.
say I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard of her in a long time. That's why
Yeah.
someone was like, "Oh, who's gonna be there that you haven't seen in a long time?" I was like, "Rebecca St. James." And I'm like, I'm not gonna go
Jeez.
see her, but
Oh, well then what's the point?
she's gonna be on the main stage, so I'll be able to hear her even from the campsite
Oh, okay. That's fair.
because our campsite's right next to it. I still can't get over some of these other band names though, like American Arson.
Nice. I like it.
I was like, they must be like a real small one because they're going to be playing like multiple times
Oh, for
throughout
sure.
throughout the thing,
Yeah.
trying to get their name out. I still laugh at Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh.
Elmer?
I still laugh at that one. If you haven't seen that group, essentially their stick is that they dress up in cheerleader outfits. It's 3 girls that do it.
Oh
I
gosh.
still remember the year I was up there and someone we both know was like, "Yeah, talk to them so I can be their new guitarist." I was like, I just want to laugh so hard in his face, but I decided not to. That would probably not be the best thing to do. Just
No, it'd have been the greatest thing to do.
the Midnight Wedding.
The Midnight Wedding.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's another one. Forsaken Hero. Some of these I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know these." Reclaim the Day.
Yeah, no.
Sidewalk Prophets, that's another one I haven't
Oh,
heard in
wow.
forever. They're gonna be there Saturday.
Wow.
They're gonna be the band before Skillet, so there's always the band, the message, and then Skillet.
Yeah.
Uh, Grave Robber, that's another one I don't know much about. That that's another band that I'm like, "Okay, sweet." I don't know what this is, and G3, I don't know what that is, but it's gonna be hosted by Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh.
Oh, yay.
Like
Oh gosh.
Zonte, Brian Wu. I'm like, "Oh boy." I have no idea.
I don't know what
Because they have that new pit stage.
Oh, they do?
So they have the Quake Edge stage, and now they have the pit stage,
Heck yeah.
which is the heavier one, which is where Gold,
Yeah.
Frankincense, and Myrrh are playing. The look on your face right now.
They're playing the pit. Okay.
Yep, they're playing the pit stage.
Okay. I'm gonna have to listen to them at some point because I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued?
This is just
Why are you intrigued by them?
just what? Well, because it's got to be heavy, but
I looked them up one time.
oh my, oh okay, oh no, but buddy, no. Of course you'd no.
What are you going?
Why would you want to be a guitarist? Okay, all right.
I have a feeling it was just one of those, I'm in my element music thing. I got to talk to a band, and
Yeah.
this is my future.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
This is what I'm doing.
So yeah, sorry, I just saw one of their song names. I was like, wait, what now? Stuck in My Suicide.
What? Oh no.
So I was like, okay. I'm sure, and I haven't listened to any of the lyrics or anything, so I'm like, I'm sure there's something in there, hopefully that's good, but I don't know. I just I can't deal with it.
No.
Anyways, so yeah, that's Life Fest.
Woo!
I'm looking for mostly Skillet, which
Yes.
it was entertaining on. I don't know if you were there yet on Greek Fest Day on the Sunday when Davina and her husband Steve were there,
Yeah.
and I forgot someone was like, "Oh yeah, Life Fest," when that came up for a little bit, and Davina's like, "I'm a panhead," and Steve is like,
what?
"What is a
What's a panhead?
what's a panhead?"
Because
What?
that's also a motor for a motorcycle for the Harley Davidson.
Oh, okay. Is it?
So that was one of an old styled engine or whatever for a motorcycle.
So you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So
that's where it's like, where's what?
So yeah. So anyways, Life Fest. Then the day off of that afterwards, and then really, I don't have much else going on this summer. It is a lazy summer for me. It is a very lazy summer.
Nice.
You know, the only other things I have are, like recordings and editing, taking the dog out for walks, taking the dog out, to just enjoy. Other than that,
That's about all.
that's about it. And I am, we have our bi-weekly or weekly Bible study on Sundays,
Yep.
that we attend at, and like tomorrow as of recording this, we're having like a 4th of July cookout thing plus Bible study plus
Whatever.
whatever. See what chaos my dog Xena can bring to the whole situation.
Woo!
I keep finding new things that trigger that dog, and oh man,
Yeah.
metal poles. Not doesn't even have to be metal poles, but
Poles. Yeah.
like sticks. In the hand. So what I did, I tried while I was at my mom's on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
and this was a few days after the incident. So backing up a few seconds here, this past weekend was Greek Fest here in Racine, and one of the things that I do um, is I was doing Greek Fest parking for our church because that's a big fundraiser for our youth group fund, which was at zero, and it has been replenished beautifully, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just because I was like, I don't want to pick up finish up at Greek Fest, not Life Fest, finish up at Greek Fest, go pick up the dog from my mom's, then go home, settle down, and then repeat the whole process all over again. I was like, no, I'm just gonna get on an air mattress, sleep in my mom's living room. Saturday morning, I take Zine outside, just take her out, let her enjoy, the cooler air. I'm just, starting to get going for the day. So I'm waking up and the neighbor's walking across the yard carrying a big black pole in his hand. And Xena just immediately went on the offensive. Like she never barks at my mom's. Like people could be going by, things could be happening. She doesn't bark. One of my mom's neighbors has like 3 pit bull type dogs.
Yeah.
They come out of the house, they're bark, 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 bark. Like as soon as they see Xena, like just nonstop barking. Xena just ignores them, just doesn't bark. But she saw that man with the black pole in his hand.
Went off.
It wasn't like a bark like get away. It was a bark like I'm going to kill you. And she ran as far as her lead would let her go. And of course, the neighbor, he just sees this dog start charging his way. He doesn't see the lead, that was keeping her from being able to go further. And so he's like kind of freaking out a little bit, and I'm already getting up and trying to intervene and everything. But, so he kind of freaked out for a moment.
Yeah.
And then she's just barking, but you see all the hair on her back just straight up. You see the hackles were just up, like that triangle almost like right from her neck and her back. It was just dark. Like it like the fur looked like a different color because of how it was standing and everything.
Jeez,
and I was like, she is agitated. So I'm like pulling her away, trying to, get her to calm down, just not to look at it and everything. So a few days later, I'm like, man, I didn't realize it triggered her that much. Like my mom tried using, I call it the old people grabber. You know what I'm talking about? It's like things that old people use if they need to grab something that's up
Yeah.
high or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
My mom used one of those once, and Xena just kinda, like, ran to the other side of the room. So I knew there was something there, but I didn't realize how bad it was
Mhm.
until that happened. And so I was like, "Let me see what happens if I pick it up." So I picked it up, and she kinda tensed up a little bit, but she
Mhm.
didn't run, she didn't growl, she didn't bark, she
Yeah.
didn't like, she's like, "Okay, I'm trusting you, but this still makes me nervous.
Yeah.
This still makes me uneasy." So I put it away, pet her and everything, and she was
Oh.
a little bit better, but I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna have to kind of watch that going forward." So I'd let her daycare know. It's like, just FYI, because there's construction going on there.
Yeah.
It's like if anyone comes around and they're carrying like a black pole, that's gonna trigger her greatly.
Yeah.
She probably got beat with a pole or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like I'm still trying to figure out why she doesn't like people, men particularly, on motorcycles or bicycles.
Mm.
That she wants to, like, lunge through my car window when she sees one of those,
Huh.
like, just not having it. So I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, jeez Louise."
Good thing I don't have a bike anymore. Well, a motorcycle, but
Well, bicycle too.
yeah, I know. Mm.
So that's why I'm like, "Okay, let's see how she does now when a situation," and that's kind of why I'm bringing her as well tomorrow, because I kinda wanna see how she does because she knows the family,
Mhm.
she knows the dogs, she hasn't seen you in forever,
Yeah.
and
So should I ride up on a bicycle?
if you want her to bark. And she hasn't seen, the 2 older people,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so she's never met them, so it'll be a little bit new things, but also kinda reinforcing things, so I'm hoping it goes well, but that's where I'm gonna be honestly spending most of my summers working with that dog,
Mhm.
'cause, it'll be 2 years in September
Wow,
that I've had her.
that long already.
I look at it, I'm like, "Wow, that seems short." It does not seem like 2 years already, but
Wow.
so, yeah, September 10th will be 2 years with my dog currently, and she'll be 5 years old.
Already, what the heck?
Yeah, I adopted her.
Wow,
She was an
that's
older adoptee at 3.
yeah.
So, you put that in human years, she's
That's
already,
21
like,
years.
that was about 21 years old when I adopted her, and now she's gonna be going on to about 35. Even my dog is older than you now.
Yes.
You're like, "Yes." So other than that, it's just gonna be me and the dog, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Mm,
Avoiding downtown during all the fests,
yeah.
it's just because 'cause I'm like, "Nope, I do not wanna deal with festivals." However, I am gonna try to take her to a beach to see how she does.
Was water?
Yeah,
Mm,
because she has very webbed feet.
mm,
So, genetically, she's good for swimming,
yeah.
but how she does with it, don't know. Who knows? She might find some dead fish to pick up.
Yeah. You like our friend's dog.
Yeah, I'm just like,
There's
"Yeah, yeah, yeah, that
plenty of them.
that sounds about right." But yeah, other than that, I have a very bland summer and, I'm kinda good with that.
Mhm.
I can deal with that, especially after the crazy, I guess you could say, of the past 2 years with COVID and all that. It's like, "Okay, I can finally have a little bit of normalcy going on again, and I'm good with it."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be a nice, laid back summer would be nice. Mm.
Well, maybe you'll get it eventually. You'll just have to work towards it.
To wait.
Yeah.
Mm. Or just say no more often.
Hmm. Really? Just say no. Will this be the thing that finally gets you to learn how to say no?
Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't. Only time will tell.
Only time will
Only
tell.
time will tell.
Okay, that's a fair enough assessment. That's a fair enough statement. Only time will
Only
tell.
time.
All right.
In due time.
Fair enough, man. So, yeah, that's kind of summer. That's
Summer,
kind of
man.
looking into the craziness. That's
Goes by so quick.
and I say it's a relaxed summer, but I'm still busy like every day with things, but that's all right. I'm gonna definitely find a few more times though to get into the range
Oh, yeah.
and start building up other things. But
Other skills.
well, yeah, other skills, but that's also at the same time like I'm looking at do I get a red dot for my thing or not, or do I do
Uh-huh.
other things, or there's some other weird things going that I need to figure out, but also, yeah, that'll be off mic. I'll put it that
Yeah.
way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you know what? The one thing I'm not looking forward to is winter because I do not want to have to deal with the
No.
snow and that. But other than that, I'm like the summer, the fall, I'm looking forward to it. Just nice, relaxing, even though I'm busy every day. And just getting through to the next kind of chapter of how things go and see where that goes. Because, in all honesty, I'm kind of looking at based on how some things go, like maybe early spring ish next year, I'm definitely going to have to start looking for a house.
Mm.
So, going to have to deal with the stress of that fun stuff going forward.
Hopefully the market's in a better place for you, but yeah.
We'll see. Because I'm like, yeah, my dog needs a yard to run around in.
Yeah.
She needs to go hunt the rabbits.
The
She needs to
rabbits.
hunt the squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to check her poop every day for all the bones to make sure they all come out.
Fun.